Hi, I'm Drew. Welcome to the Beggars Woodshop. No. No. They are not sponsored. Okay. I got this shirt at a demo I attended recently. And the purpose of this video actually has to do with a conversation from that demo. Very nice people, by the way, the owners of Easy Wood Tools. So, the conversation went like this. A person had recently purchased a bunch of their stuff, and there was a back and forth talking about things, and of course it was brought up that marvelous question: why don't people like carbide? You know, we got a lot of people that are saying this isn't real wood turning, this is cheating, which was one of the terms or sentences, however you want to put it, that one of the owners had heard. Well, her response was quite wonderful. You see, she said, okay, if this is cheating, well, don't you have a big fancy table saw? Big power tool, right? Isn't that cheating? Alright, shouldn't you then be using a handsaw to cut your wood? And of course, when she brought that up, the person's like, oh, okay, when you put it like that. This is the purpose of my video today, ladies and gentlemen, or tonight, or whenever it is you're watching this. What is real woodworking? Now, I'm bringing up turning as a whole, but what is real woodworking? Because you're going to have people who say, don't use this, or don't use that. That's not real woodworking. Or, in many cases, real wood turning. I bring up, again, the carbide. Many people say, no. You gotta use traditional tools. This is what you want. Carbide, that's a no-no. Why? Why is this, a carbide tip cutter, a no-no? Now some people will go into some of the tech and say, okay, yeah, the carbide, that's, no, you gotta sand more often, you gotta do this more often, it doesn't do this, it doesn't do that, you're gonna get that with these tools. Are you getting the job done? Are you spending time on your lathe doing what you love? Now, with wood turning, it's not just the tools, it's the techniques. Now, I understand. Some tools, you gotta use certain techniques in order to get things to cut right. I get that. But I'll give an example here. When I make a bowl, I of course have turned the outside and made my recess or my tenon. Now that's on the chuck. I then take a drill chuck and a Forstner bit, put it on my tailstock, and advance it into the bowl to core out, or hollow out, or drill out, whatever you want to say, the middle. And I don't go all the way down because, okay, we have that little tip at the Forstner bit. And then I take a square tip, like this one, I go in, and I push on the edge until I reach that same area. Then I go to the edge and do it again, and again, and again, and I start to work my way out following the curve till I have what are essentially steps. Then I go in with a scraper, smooth that out. Hey, I created the interior of a bowl, now it's just about refinement. There are people that say, nope, that's not real wood turning. What is real wood turning? What is real woodworking? What is it? Okay, because if you really want to get down to the nitty-gritty, if using a carbide cutter is cheating on the lathe, then why are we using big fancy lights? Why aren't we using something that requires pedal power, or something I press with my foot and that pulls a string and that makes it turn one way and then the other? It's spring action from a branch. Why are woodworkers not specifically, okay, I'll use me. Why would I not go get my grandfather's saw, and hand cut, and nail everything? No screws, no drilling, no nothing. Heck, no, not even nails. All mortises, tenons, and pegs. How about going out and harvesting my own wood. Where do we draw the line? What is real woodworking? Is it not the enjoyment of taking a piece of wood and transforming it into something that we can use, or something decorative? And not just one piece of wood, but multiple pieces of wood, into lovely furniture, musical instruments, toys. Is it not the puzzle solving of how we're going to make this item, or solve this fancy design? What is real woodworking? What is real wood turning? Where do we draw the line? Where? Because I don't know. Yeah. Now, there's nothing wrong with those old-fashioned techniques of doing it all by hand, and no metal fasteners, no modern-day adhesives, just using what essentially are sometimes even a lot of Japanese techniques where everything just fits so well together. There's pegs, there's proper bracing, there's all kinds of other stuff. There's nothing wrong with that, and I applaud the people who do that. I applaud them, because they are master craftsmen. They have the skill set to do many of these things. I don't. There's a lot of things where it's like, okay, I can't do it this way. Herein is the problem solving. How do I accomplish it a different way? What is real woodworking, ladies and gentlemen? What is real wood turning? And if you're someone out there who says traditional steel, or high-speed steel, whatever you want to say, traditional wood-turning tools is the only tools to use, not carbide, I ask you, have you tried carbide? Why do you refuse carbide? Try it. Just try it. You might find you like it. There's a balance between using carbide and traditional. I use both. Ever since I learned how to turn, I've used both. And I will continue to use both. So now the question falls to you, ladies and gentlemen. What is real woodworking? What is real wood turning? I look forward to the conversation in the comments down below. Also, I want to take this time to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your support, your likes, your comments, your subscriptions, and your views and public watch hours and whatever else YouTube decides they want to throw in with specs and tech. And thank you to all who have donated in other ways, like financial, GoFundMe link down below. I just want to say thank you. Thank you all for what you have done for this channel. Again, I look forward to the conversation down below in the comments on what is considered woodworking. Before I go, I will bring this up because someone might. CNC work. CNC is a good advantage, but I find that there's less woodwork because A, you can cut other things on CNC, metals, plastics, whatever, but also B, there's a computer side, and I think the computer side is greater than the items you cut, be it wood or whatever, to qualify it for one of those other subjects. As someone once put, a CNC machine is the world's smartest 2-year-old. You have to baby those things. Okay, that's all I've got for right now. Hopefully I will see you next time right here on the Beggars Woodshop.